everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. Today is Mixed Media Frenzy and I'm going to be scrapping that photo you saw right there of my two youngest girls, and they were just dressed up with these little cute Halloween shirts on and stuff. It was last year. So I took a picture of them, and I'm also going to be using, we're scrap lifting this layout you see right in the upper right hand corner, and I will have all the information about who it is that made this layout in my description box down below. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my paper with some gesso, clear gesso, and that's just going to kind of help me with any type of paints or anything that I'm using. It's going to kind of work like a sealant that will seal it and won't make it seep through my paper, and it's a good wipe up if you make a mistake. So now the papers that I'm using are random papers from all different paper packs that I have of Halloween papers that I have from Echo Park. This is one of them. I think it's called Bewitched, and what I did is I cut my strips in one of the orange papers that were in there, kind of like a triangle, but a long triangle, and then I'm going to use that spider web that you see there, paper, and I'm just going to kind of attach it to it and kind of have it peeking up from both sides on the top and the bottom. Now I am going a little off of this layout you see in the right hand corner because it's not my style at all when it comes to mixed media, so I'm going to really make it my own, and a couple of the things I will kind of do, but to me there isn't much mixed media there except for some stamping, and I see some white gesso I think and splatters, so I am going to do a little bit more than that. But I did want to do a Halloween layout, and I'm trying to do my Halloween layouts for this whole month on my Mixed Media Frenzy days and my Punched Out Thursday days that I'm also in. So what I'm doing here is I'm just roughing up the edges of the paper just to give it a little more interest and dimension. And now I'm going to do the other side. I did the same exact thing. I also distressed both papers with my little distress tool, and I'm just kind of taping them together, and then I'm going to stick them down on my background. Now the background paper that you see there, I did cut it wasn't even a half an inch, I think it was a 1/4 inch off the edges of my white paper, and I decided I didn't like the light purple one, so I went with the deeper dark purple paper that I had in my kit as well. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to take a lot of these little cards. They were cut apart cards that were in one of the paper packs, and I decided to use them to back my photo. So I used all different ones. I wanted to use a lot of layers because it looks like they used some layers in their sketch. I use a little bit more. I just wanted to add more interest to my layout. So I'm kind of doing some of their stuff, but not really. I don't know. I don't add any sewing to mine. I kind of fake the sewing thing with one of my stamps that I have. You'll see in a minute. I have like a stamp. It looks like a sewing. It looks like you sewed, but you really didn't. It's a stamp. That's kind of what I did. But I distressed the edges of all these papers that I'm backing my photo with. And you'll also see me come in and I'm going to use some color too, because they don't have much color on theirs except the black and white splatters. And then, like I said, the stamping of all the days of the week, it looks like, and some white gesso, which I'm not really good with the white gesso, so, and I always start with the white background. I don't know. It's just something about me with trying to do color backgrounds and trying to do mixed media on them. They never turn out right for me. So this is kind of my go-to type of mixed media layout that I like to do. So I'm trying to do what I feel comfortable with, but then trying to do a little bit of what they've got up there too. So you kind of are really only supposed to get these layouts that we show you for inspiration. Even our layouts that we do, it's just inspiration. You kind of go off and do your own thing, and I always kind of go off a little bit. So yeah, my camera went off. Sorry guys. Yeah, I used purple Distress Oxide. It's called Seedless Grape. And it's Distress Oxide. All I did is spray it like you see me doing with the orange now. This is a Philosophy ink by Prima. It's called Apricot. And I used this as my orange. So I did purple and orange. And I just kind of dabbed it in certain spots. I didn't want a lot of color because there's really not a lot on their layout. So I kind of went really light with the coloring on my paper. The ink, I should say, on my back paper. Oh my God, I can't talk. Sorry, guys. My layout. So I'm just kind of dabbing it up with my paper towel. And if you guys have watched me, it's kind of like the thing I do usually, quite a bit. And now I had this, so because see how they have all the days of the week and they're all stamped. So I thought this would be perfect. I had this stamp that said trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. So I said that's long enough and that can go on the one side. So that's what I'm going to do with that stamp. So see, I did do stamping, some of the stamping anyways. So I'm going to make this little cluster on the side here, and then I'm going to stamp that like that on the side as well. And then I decided to use one of these little strips that I had. I got these at Hobby Lobby long time ago, and they're really nice strips to have. I really love them. And they make the page really interesting, and I like them. They're just like tape, only they look like a little ring, and it just looks really cool on the page. So I used that, and then I'm going to pop this little piece up in the corner there, kind of like in the middle of it, like that. And then now you'll see me come in, and I'm going to use my big block here and put my little stamp down, and I'm going to use my archival ink to stamp it down because yeah, you'll see in a minute, I make a big mistake here. This is the fear I have every time I stamp, is that it's not going to press all the way down and come out right. And it doesn't. Why? Because I forgot to do it before I put that piece down and raised it up on styrofoam. So here we go. Ready? I was like, oh no, now I gotta try and get it on there like exactly. And I did it. Look, I did it. Did you see me to give the thumbs up? I did it. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I got it back on and it's not a mess, because I would have had to start all over just because of a stamp. That's the thing that frightens me, and I know you guys are out there, it frightens you guys too, that will happen when you're doing a layout. And then you kind of like got to try and get it the same way, and so it's not crooked. But it worked out. All is good. So I did it. So I was very happy. So there it is. And I thought that was a cool element to have on the side there. And then I'm using a lot of the sticker sheet from the Bewitched collection. And there's a lot of really neat stickers on there. So what I did is I just kind of distressed the edges with some of my Distress Oxide Black Soot, I believe it's called, ink. And I used this little web, and I stuck him there in the corner as well. And now I'm going to come in, and these are my favorite stamps to use. They're like mixed media stamps. They're by Bo Bunny, and they're just kind of supposed to be there just to make a little bit of interest on your page and give it a little something else. And I love the effects that it gives on layouts. And I'm just pressing it down in my archival ink and then just going along the sides of my picture, and however it comes out, it comes out. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be imperfect, and it's supposed to just give your page a little more something on the back of it, and I like that. And now I had this other stamp. These are all things that I bought last year from Tuesday Morning. So this says, oh, hello, Bootiful. I thought that was cute. So I stuck that on there as well. And now I'm going to come in and make my little banners. So see how they have strips underneath their photo? I decided to do a banner instead. So I'm kind of doing some of the stuff, just making it my own. And I'm going to stick the banner to my little twine that's orange and white. And I'm going to glue it down just to make sure it stays stuck. And that's going to go down there. And now I'm going to have this little witch's hat that was also on that sticker sheet. And I'm just stressing the edges with my black distress oxide. And I kind of do that with all the stickers, just so they kind of stick out a little bit more. And then this is cute candy apple. So I decided I was going to stick it there, and I said, ugh, I don't like it there. So I stuck it up there, and it kind of like nestled in like perfectly up there. So, and now I'm going to do these really cool flowers they had on there as well. They have the purple, the orange, and the black. So I really liked them. And I popped them up with some craft foam, and I'm going to stick one on this side of where my twine is and my little banner. And then I'm going to stick this cat. I wanted to have black cat because I got a witch's hat. So I wanted to have both. So they had that on the sticker sheet, and I stuck that up with some craft foam as well. So I'm kind of just like picking things out from the sticker sheet here and there and just placing them where I would like to have them on my layouts. Let me tell you though, I am having so much fun making these Halloween layouts, because let's face it, you only do it once a year, so it's fun. And I was having a ball with them. And I got to scrap a lot of my Halloween pictures, which is really cool, of my kids. So then there was a stack of witches books on there too, so I stuck that up there. And then I stuck this little pumpkin that's a trick-or-treat pumpkin, little pail, and I stuck some of these little candies that were on there, like kind of sticking out from the pail. And I did a couple of them. I think I did 3 of them, yeah. And they're just kind of sticking out, and I thought that was a cute little cluster to have there. So then I wanted to do something else. So they had sewing on there, so I'm like, I gotta put something on here of sewing. So I didn't want to pull out my machine, so I used my stitch. So I kind of like faked it, and I used my stamp stitch that I got from Bo Bunny, and it looks like I stitched. See? Very easy. And then I decided to stick that Eek Puffy sticker on the other side of the Hello Beautiful. So it kind of looks like it's attached. So I thought that was super cool. And then I decided to stick this little ghost up there in the corner where it says Hello Bootiful, like he's kind of saying it. So I thought that was super neat. And I stuck my little pumpkin down there with my little clusters. And then I had these little stars, puffy stars, and I said, oh, I might as well stick these on there too. I'm trying to use up my stuff, guys, you know, so I'm just kind of like sticking things randomly, and it all kind of fit in pretty good, and I really like the way it turned out. So I hope you guys do too. Don't forget to check out the other ladies as well. I will have all their links down below. And don't forget, at the end of the month, the last Friday of the month, which I believe is the 30th, it's the day before Halloween, we are having our first Mixed Media Halloween Hop. So make sure you follow along if you're interested in playing. We have a Mixed Media Frenzy Facebook group now, and if you're on Facebook, you can just message and you could become a member in the group, and you could play along. If you have a YouTube channel, you can do a layout, and it's going to be a really fun hop to do for Halloween, and it's called Hocus Pocus. So I hope you guys can join us on that. And if not, you can join our Mixed Media Frenzy Facebook group as well. And there's my layout, guys. I just did some black splatters there at the end if you missed it. And there it is. So it came out really cool. I really like it. I hope you guys do too. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you. Just hit that red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And there's my 2 cute girls. They're my little cuties. I try to get really good close-ups for you guys, so I hope you guys can see. And that's it. So I want to thank you all for watching, and remember, stay crafty. Bye.